Hey guys, Captain Foley here. It's time for something kind of new maybe. We didn't do a video today because Samuel was being interviewed over on Sci-Fi Nation's channel, which is a pretty good interview. You should go check it out. This Friday they're actually doing a watch of Temporal Anomaly, which is Samuel's fan film. So you might want to check that out as well. But anyway, I got a few things in the mail lately, and I just wanted to share with you guys. So, plus it's an opportunity for you guys to sit and hang out and chat and ask me questions, and that whole routine. So, I should maybe move this pillow over a bit. That's my command pillow. Yeah, you know it. All right, so let's see who's here. I'm going to pull up the chat right now. 10 people watching, only 3 likes. Something ain't right there. I think a button needs to be pushed. I'll move that actually. All right, let's see who we got. 10 people watching now with 6 likes. So, hey Cap, what a coincidence. I'm actually still awake. Hey, Sebastian is here. He the man. He the man. Hey, Cap. Okay, so I know Sebastian's probably eager for me to get started then if he's still awake. He's over in Germany, and one of the things that I want to show you guys is something that he specifically sent me. So that's kind of awesome. And yes, I actually was going to start with that one. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll show you what's going on here. I got this parcel in the mail the other day. Pretty good box. It was actually, it's funny, Sebastian, even though you put the right address on it, it was actually delivered to the wrong house. It was delivered to number 3 instead of number 73. We had just ordered food, Sylvia and myself, and we were sitting down. The food had just arrived, and we were going to watch some Stargate, and there's a knock at the door, and there's a guy on the front lawn with a bike saying, are you expecting a parcel? And I'm like, I'm kind of always expecting things. I always got things from Eaglemoss coming or whatever. So yes. And he said, okay, well, I actually have a parcel that was dropped off for you guys at my house, which again, he's at number 3. We're at 73. So he said, I'll be right back. He left, went back and got it and came back, and it was his parcel. And yes, it's addressed properly and everything. It's from Sebastian, who's from Germany. And so I recognized the name, but I wasn't sure, if we had talked about him sending me anything or anything like that. And anyway, so I get this letter in it. I open it up, and there's brown paper, and on top of it is this little letter, and it says, read first. Don't rummage through the package until you've read this, you impatient bastard. Winky face. That made me laugh. The whole time, Sylvia and myself are like, who sent this? What is this? Like, what's going on? So I'm going to read the letter, and then I'll show you what I got in the package, which was super, super, super impressive, by the way. So, all right. So, hey there, Stuart. And this was done June 26th is when this was typed up. So, I hope this finds you well. I'll try to keep this short. I enjoy watching your hangouts since we're only 2 hours apart, or 2 years apart, not 2 hours. He's in Germany, so he's more than 2. Since we're only 2 years apart in age, we tend to geek out about similar stuff. Like you, I'm an 80s fan and have been going through an 80s nostalgia phase, rediscovering and newly discovering films and series. Recently got myself a Detroit Tigers cap to go with my numerous Hawaiian shirts, to round off that Magnum look. For some reason, women aren't particularly fond of Hawaii shirts. Go figure. You might want to check out Kickstarter In Search of Tomorrow, a documentary on 80s sci-fi. I've actually contributed to that. I was a backer. I forget the level, but I'm getting my name in the credits and all that. You'll see Captain Foley Trekyards in the credits of that. And so yeah, I did back that before your suggestion. So thank you for that, though. Let's see here. They host watch parties every weekend via Discord. There was a live Flash Gordon with Sam Jones and Critters with one of the bounty hunter actors. In the one or other recent show and tell videos, you mentioned that you were a big fan of 3D and that there were certain films you've been dying to get your hands on. You also mentioned that these were only available in 3D abroad. So I did a quick search on Amazon Germany just out of curiosity and discovered that those films were available in 3D here for a decent price. As a collector myself, I know that feeling of joy when you find that one item that you've been hunting for. Since I enjoy spreading the joy, I thought, let me get the Captain, the one or other DVD. You're probably dying to know which ones I got you. Ha! You're going to have to wait and see. Cruel, cruel fate. 28 people watching with 10 likes. Come on, guys, hit that like button. I could have just sent you the DVDs, but thought, hey, if I'm sending a package all way anyway, might as well make it worth it and send the Captain a few typical German items or goodies from here. Basically candy. After all, keeping that figure takes a lot of work. That's really mean. No space for beer. I hope it's at least partly stuff you don't get there. I've had the idea for a while after watching a video where some German fans of the US YouTube channel send them a huge box of German candy. So what did I get you? Well, let's proceed to rummage through the box and see. You may now remove the cover sheet. So I did. I hope they're still all in here. Like I said, Sylvia was craving chocolate that day. So number one is Reasons. Reason Giants. Dark chocolate caramel toffees, very yummy. These we do get here. So we do have Reason over here, and they're very good. If you haven't tried them, I suggest you try them. These ones, Sebastian, were a little bit chalky. It's like it's older chocolate. So I don't know. That's just because of the heat and the shipping, but I just wanted to point that out to you. Not a big deal. Not going to take points off or anything. That was awesome. That made Sylvia's night, by the way. Number two is Mixed Cracker Box. That's these things. A whole bunch of different shaped crackers. These, well, Sylvia's grandma, her Oma, is German. So for Christmas, we have these all the time at Christmas on little serving trays when we go over there. So I do love these. I'm also part German. I'm half German, half Irish. So, and Sylvia's half German as well. So thank you very much. These are awesome. But he says this about them. Mixed Cracker Box. Perfect as a snack when watching those DVDs. You might have something similar there. The stars and hexagons are my favorite. Yeah, I like the bunnies. I think they were little bunny ones. Those were really good. 3. Werther's Originals. Cream caramel sweets. You probably get those there. Yes, 100%. We have the Werther's Originals here, but these are amazing and one of my favorite candies, so thank you very much for that. That was also awesome. 4, Haribo Gold Bears in Colorado. You definitely get those there. Haribo actually comes from Bonn, which is where I live. Hence the bow in Habero. Those are probably from the local factory. So that's cool. We do get them here. They are available in some spots here. And that's these, the little Colorado little gummies. I love gummies. I'm a huge fan of anything gummy. And then the little bears. So yes, we do get them here, but to know they might be from your local factory, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That kind of excited Sylvia, so. 5, Ritter Sport Rum Raisin Nut Chocolate. Rum raisins. That will be these. And these are very good. These you can get at, there's a particular store you can buy these at, but I haven't had these before, so I haven't even opened this one, so I'll give that a try, Sebastian. And 6, Hanuta and Duplo. Here's the Duplo, which is very similar to like Kinder. We get Kinder products here, Kinder eggs, and these Kinder bars like this. And here's the other one, Habanada. And these are my favorite out of all this stuff. These were amazing. We still have 2 left, Sebastian. So I just want to thank you for that. But those, he says, both chocolates with hazelnuts and biscuits, some of my favorite all-time chocolate bars. That's why I only send one four of each. I ate the rest. And you should have. You absolutely should have. I'm going to get to the comments and the super chats a little bit later. But thank you guys for tuning in. Just let me get through this and then we'll get there. Okay. And now, drum roll. The DVDs. I wrapped them to preserve the mystery and prolong the tension. Each of these DVDs are actually Blu-rays, but each of them was wrapped in wrapping paper at the bottom of the box, numbered 1 and 2. So DVD 1, unlike you, I don't think it's a good movie, LOL, despite the impressive cast, but enjoy. And this one I was talking about not that long ago. This is Beowulf in 3D, and I fucking love this movie. I threw it in the night I got it, and the depth in this 3D is amazing. This movie is fantastic in 3D, and I'd never seen it in 3D. I knew it existed. You can tell from some of the shots it was made for 3D. I had never seen it. I always wanted to see it. It's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. I love the soundtrack on this. I love the animation style. If you haven't seen Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix, check it out. A lot of the shorts, Love, Death, and Robots is like animated shorts. There's probably 15 of them. You can watch the whole season in about 2.5, 3 hours. But they're like animated shorts, about 10, 15 minutes each. And this kind of animation style blows me away. I love this. There's quite a few of those in Love, Death, and Robots, but I love Beowulf. I think it's a good cast. It's a great soundtrack. The animation's cool. There's a little bit of problem with the eyes. The eyes are a little dead sometimes, but other than that, it's pretty good. And it's done by Robert Zemeckis. So, and it's got Ray Winstone, Anthony Hopkins, John Malkovich, Robin Wright Penn, and Angelina Jolie. It's a fantastic movie, and I could never find it in 3D, and if I did, it was a ridiculous price. So I opened this up, and when I opened them, Sebastian, I ripped the back of the packaging open, and I looked at it, and I knew exactly what it was when I saw this. I saw this, and I saw the specials, and I'm like, oh. And somebody's like, what is it? What is it? What is it? I'm like, oh. And I pulled it out and showed her, and she was super, super happy because she knows I've been looking for this for a while. Now, the back is in German, which is fine. The movie just plays automatically in English, which is also cool. And the 3D on this is incredible. If you have a 3D player or like 3D content, Chris Pico, I'm looking at you. Got my buddy Chris Pico, who watches these quite often, also known as the Old Ass Retro Gamer. He collects 3D as well. Same with Mojo. This one is fantastic. So thank you so much for this, Sebastian. It blew me away. Next up, the next one, DVD 2. Rewatched it after you mentioned it. Yeah, not bad, but missed opportunity in my opinion. Good option for a remake, but this time with a big final battle. A realistic depiction of how such a battle could play out. Talking about jet fighter movies, check out the French movie Sky Fighters 2005 featuring Mirage jets and the French Top Gun. Pretty decent. That's it. Managed to keep it to one A4 page. Live long and prosper. Sebastian, P.S. Hope Customs didn't screw with you. Customs did not screw with me. And as for Sky Fighters, I saw there's a YouTuber I follow called Mover. He's a CW at Lemoyne. He's an author and he's also an F-18 pilot, and he has a thing called Mover Rex Movies where he talks about military movies and how all the inaccuracies in them. And yeah, I saw the preview for that, or the review of that not that long ago, so thanks for mentioning that. Anyway, so I opened up the second one and immediately, again, knew exactly what it was. Ripped it and saw that. Top of the aircraft carrier and the Lightning. Final countdown, baby. Final countdown. Of course, this is in German. And every time I've looked up the 3D version of this, it's always in German. It's always got a German cover. So that's cool. And again, this thing is usually overpriced for Amazon here. And this movie was originally made in 3D. And I think it was shown in theaters in 3D. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. But this was kind of like the one I wasn't sure about. if it even existed. And it does. It's Blu-ray 3D. Only problem is I put this in my PlayStation 4 and it's the wrong region code. Now, there is apparently a way that you can change your region code on your PS4 a number of 4 times, and after that it's locked to a specific one. I don't want to mess with that necessarily. I'm going to wait till I get another Blu-ray player that can play this. I don't want to mess with the PlayStation. But yeah, so I haven't watched this one yet to see what the depth depth of the 3D is on this. But thank you so much for this. Just having it as part of the collection is great, and I'm really looking forward to checking it out at some point. So that's everything from Sebastian. It was such a fantastic haul, and it totally surprised me. I did not know it was coming. No mention was made that it was being sent, which makes me wonder how you got my address. I must have at some point told you. A lot of people say, I got some Playmates figures, or I got something that I'd like to send you. Do you have an address I can send it to? And I'm like, yeah, sure. But the note was great. Don't rummage through the package until you've read this, you impatient bastard. I love that. So Sebastian, thank you very much. Really made my week. It was a perfect way to finish off the day, and it was great. So I want to thank you for that. Let's go back and see if there's any super chats. I did see one come in. Broken Speaker puts in $5. I hear you don't have Cheez-Its in Canada. It is formerly known as Charles, now being the Broken Speaker. Change my screen name to match my channel. Hey Charles, how's it going? I know we don't have Cheez-Its. I do pick them up when we go to the States, though, when we could go to the States. In Port Huron, we get a lot of the American stuff that we can't get here. That being said, I'm going to be sending some stuff to some friends of mine over in the States, like Anti-Trekker. I'm going to send him some Canadian things, like all-dressed chips, ketchup chips, certain chocolate bars, actual Smarties, not Rockets, Smarties, which are chocolate candy-coated little things like M&Ms, but tastes way different than M&Ms because they're milk chocolate instead of dark chocolate. And a few other Canadian chocolate bars very soon. So he might do an unboxing of that. I don't know if he's interested in that kind of thing. 45 people watching, 27 likes. Guys, hit like if you do have something you need me to see or read and you want me to actually read it. A good way to do that is super chats. I will try to get to some of the other comments in the chat as we go through here. But anyway. Then on the weekend, on Saturday, we come back from being out, doing a few things, and there's a box in between the doors, and I'm like, open it up, and it's the new Ships of the Line calendar for 2021. On the back there, you got all the things. You got a nice cutaway of the Romulan Bird of Prey from Balance of Terror, which is cool because it's done by Matthew Cushman, who we've had on the channel. He's a friend of mine. Hang out with him at Wonderfest every year. And there's also a nice MSD of the refitted NX-01. So this was sent to me. I did not order this, even though I get these every year. Sylvia always gets me one for Christmas. I guess she doesn't have to this year. But that's great. Actually, I have a bunch of this year's calendars still that are signed by Matthew Cushman. He did the center part, the centerfold essentially, which is a cutaway of the, is it the Daedalus this year or the shuttle? I can't remember, but he's signed them. So I have signed copies of those if anybody's interested in a calendar, the Ships of the Line calendar for 2020. But anyway, and it was this little note from Amazon, a gift for you. Hey, Captain Foley, I saw the next calendar has cool cutaways and schematics, so thought you might enjoy. Cheers from Cuban Writer. And he's, of course, Cuban Writer. He was actually watching the stream earlier with Samuel on Sci-Fi Nation, but he's a follower of ours. So thank you very much, Cuban Writer, for that. Sci-Fi Nation, all dressed chips. Hell yes, please. Have you tried them? Right? Have you tried them? Let's see. Yeah, Regis Philbin unfortunately just passed away. Sci-Fi Nation. I remember watching Regis on TV 30 years ago, and I'm middle-aged now. Ha. Anyway, good job earlier, Sci-Fi Nation. I watched the whole thing. You did a good job. You need to have Captain Foley back on at some point. A little more lively conversation, I think. Just saying. Or have us both on would be great. And yeah, guys, just this Friday, go check out Sci-Fi Nation, first of all. Subscribe to his channel. And this Friday, they're doing a watch party with Samuel for Temporal Anomaly, which is his fan film. So there you go. Anyway, the other thing that came today was a little box, and it was my standard Eaglemoss shipment for the month. I don't think it's the full shipment, but and in it I got Star Trek Voyager, the illustrated handbook, which I haven't done any reviews of any of my Eaglemoss books. I've got all of the Eaglemoss books, and I've been wanting to do reviews of them. As you guys know, I'm a huge bibliophile, whatever the hell you want to call it, book lover, and I'm addicted to books. And you know, I review Eaglemoss stuff. It's a perfect fit for me to review these books. I just don't know what format I'm going to do the books in, so I've been putting it off. But I've got this one, which is the Voyager now. I've got the Enterprise one. I've got, you know, the ship, the fleet ones, a whole bunch of stuff. So there's a lot of books I need to review. So anyway, this came with it. And I've been asking for these for a while, but they hadn't been available yet, at least in North America. But they're here now. And that is Star Trek Online. We got the Gagarin, USS Gagarin, which is weird. Isn't Gagarin a Discovery ship? But it came in the Star Trek Online. I don't know. I thought it was just a Star Trek Discovery ship because it's like one of the coolest ships in Discovery that I've seen. Anyway, so I got that one, which needs to have a review done. Then I have one of my favorite all-time ships of all time. What? The USS Chimera, which is a fantastic Eaglemoss ship, or a Star Trek Online ship. So I'm looking forward to reviewing these. These I like. I like the new packaging. I like this. This is something that the regular Eaglemoss line is severely lacking. The small Eaglemoss, the regular ships, are shitty packaging. They're ugly. Plus, the magazines are way too big. These have the magazines inside. The magazines actually fit inside these boxes. So it's a nice size and everything. So that is essentially it for the mail. But I wanted to share those with you guys. And again, say thank you, Sebastian, for sending me that. I always love getting surprise things in the mail like that, and that was just fantastic. That made my day. Usually I know that somebody's sending me something or whatever, but that came as a total shock. And I don't know if I had talked to you about you sending something. If I do, I don't remember, but I'd like to thank you for doing that. So. Broken speaker, I turned 40 Friday. Is that the official beginning of middle age? I mean, no. I would say middle age is 50, but I could be wrong about that. Sci-Fi Nation, you're always welcome on the channel, Captain. Hey, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kamchia 430. I just bought the Polar Lights USS Sinjo for my new place. I'm excited to get it. Ever bought any of the Polar Lights stuff? Oh yeah, I've got the Polar Lights 350 Enterprise up there that is lit with the Polar Lights lighting kit. My first lit model. I've shown it off many times. Check it out on the channel. Speaking of, this one, guys, is the Hallmark Tree Topper, which is new this year. And I will be doing a review of it at some point. So, it's got a little remote control here. Just a little delta. I'm going to be doing a review of this soon. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little piece. So as you guys know, I've got the transporter room and stuff over there, and so big fan of the Hallmark stuff. And my Hallmark store actually closed down this year. I usually go to the one out by Argyle Mall, but they closed. They used to hold all the Star Trek stuff and the Transformers stuff for me every year until I got a chance to go in and get it. they closed. They called me and they said I had to contact the other Hallmark store in Masonville Mall. Called them. They don't put things aside for people because they're not affiliated with that store. And I'm like, you're both fucking Hallmark. The fuck. But anywho, so yeah, every year now I have to go in and actually pick the stuff up. And these were almost sold out. They had a line around uh, out the out in the mall. The first day they had these for people to get these, and these are expensive. They're like $200. But anyway, so that's something I'm going to review at some point soon. But it looks cool. It's a nice display piece. But anyway. Dystopian guy, are Canada Post doing any more Star Trek stamps? I don't know. Maybe. And the reason they did those was for the 50th anniversary of Star Trek, so I don't think they'll be doing anything anytime soon. But don't quote me on that because I don't know. Sci-Fi Nation, the Chimera is awesome. I have it on my STO lifetime account on PC. I also have it now. I have a lifetime account finally, thanks to my good friend Mark Lawrence, who hooked me up with a lifelong account for my birthday this year. So thank you, Mark. And that, of course, automatically gets you the Chimera, which is great. So really appreciate that. Redneck Checker, Olivia de Havilland 104, that's living, friends. Miss Regis, too, though. Miss Regis, too. Kamchia 430, I named my walker class in STO after my girlfriend, long-term relationship goals. Just don't get her name tattooed on your body. That's a relationship killer. That's just the unspoken rule. If you get a name of a woman tattooed on your body, you're going to be not with her very long. So, Area 51. No, 40 is still young. Yes, 40 is very young. I'm 46 this year, so you know, I still consider myself young. I still don't feel. That being said, when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I'm a little bit sore. My body says I'm getting older, but my brain, I still feel like I'm in high school. I still say the same stupid shit. I still act the same. I'm just a little bit of a goofball. So you are as old as you feel, I think. So keep that in mind. Dystopian guy, Royal Mail UK are doing stamps since it's Voyager's anniversary. Oh, maybe Canada Post will be doing something then, because they do anniversaries like that. So I don't know. I haven't seen anything new from them yet, but I will keep an eye out and let you guys know. Redneck Trekker, Captain. If you ever leave me alone with Anti-Trekker again, you little stinker. LOL. Hey, I didn't force you to go over there. Well, I guess I did. I told you guys to go over there, and you considered it an order. Anti-Trekker's a good guy. He's fun to listen to. A little bit negative sometimes, but overall, he's pretty open-minded and is not a hater he doesn't hate for hate's sake, I find. So he's a good guy, a good friend of mine. So, you know, I was sticking around. I saw you in the chat for a while. I didn't leave you right away. Conchia 430 responding to the tattoo comment. Oh God, no, thanks for the advice. Yeah, not that I know from experience, like I've never had anybody's name tattooed on me, but I do know a lot of people that have done that, and yeah, the relationships never last, so. Redneck level 22, heavily considering a Star Trek cruise in February 2022. Have you been on one? I have not been on any cruise, actually. And definitely, obviously, not a Star Trek cruise. One of the main reasons, Sylvia gets very, very motion sick. She went on a cruise last year, or the year before, with her mom to Mexico, and even though it was a large ship, she still spent most of the time in the cabin with motion sickness, which is no bueno, you know. So I've wanted to go on a few cruises. Like I want to go, do one of the Alaskan cruises, obviously a Caribbean cruise. But if she can't go with me and I can't, I can't enjoy it with her, I don't know if I'd want to go on a cruise. Sci-Fi Nation, have you switched to live chat today, Captain? What do you mean switched to live chat? What does that mean? Oh. Broken speaker. It just occurred to me. Star Trek Las Vegas is now a year ago. Wow, time is flying. Yeah, no shit. I would. We were kind of thinking that we were tentatively planning to go to Star Trek Vegas early this year, like in January. We're like, we should probably go this year. And then guess what? Yeah, no, it's not happening. So, we could be there. We could be in Vegas next weekend. It would be this upcoming weekend, the first weekend in August, I think. We could been there. God damn. That's depressing. Thanks. Redneck Trekker, I can't believe you like 3D and Beowulf. I bought that from Italy on eBay like 4 years ago. Still love my 3D. I am a huge, huge advocate of 3D. I have a 65-inch Samsung Plasma 3D TV, and I fucking love it. I will buy any 3D movie I see just to have a 3D collection, even if it's a movie that I don't think I'll ever watch. Like we bought Pets in 3D because somebody wanted to see Pets, and we watched it, and it's like, I could never see that movie again and be fine with that. But no, I like to have a 3D movie collection. I wish 3D was still a thing that was offered on TVs. Unfortunately, it's kind of getting phased out, but you'll always have projectors and even the VR headset. You can watch 3D movies in your VR headset on the PlayStation. So, yeah, I love 3D. Always looking to scoop some 3Ds. Power 543, love you, buddy. Super excited to VIP film tomorrow. Yes, we're filming with a VIP, but you'll find out more about that later, guys. So yes, Samuel, I'll see you at like 12:30. We'll figure it out. Defiant Mr. Raven Productions. I am never going to go on a cruise of any type. Screw that. Those things are scary, and the captains are always messed up on something. What are you saying about captains, my friend? I'm not a cruise ship captain, but still. 6079 Smith W. Hint, put it in a banner which can be covered later. Oh, the name, yeah. A year's enthusiasm is worth the pain. Well, there you go. Dystopian Guy, why does the Star Trek shop not ship the larger poster prints for ships of the line internationally? I have no fucking idea why they do anything. No idea. Power 543, I couldn't have gone to Vegas this year. My fan film deadlines would not have allowed it, assuming they had kept it the same. I know, but we had mentioned, we talked about it. I was hoping to go, just either myself and Sylvia, if you and I couldn't go. So it was kind of in our budgeting for this year, and then, of course, COVID. So, but yeah. Sci-Fi Nation, I would read your comment, but you ignored pretty much all my comments on your live, so moving on. Broken speaker. Does anybody have a line on 3D glasses for people who wear glasses? The ones they give you in the theater never work over my eyeglasses. That's fucked up. They fit over my glasses. The Roy Orbison style ones from the movie theater fit over mine great. Those are passive matrix glasses. My TV is an active matrix, and it comes with the little. They're narrower. They look like Agent Smith glasses almost from the Matrix. Now people are wondering what's the difference between passive 3D and active 3D. Well, if you really want me to get into it, passive 3D, the lenses are just polarized lenses. There's nothing special about them except that. What it does is, because it's a big screen, you can get TVs with passive matrix as well, but because it's such a big screen, to make the image 2D, it needs to project two images, obviously. So what it does is it splits the definition. So if it's a 1080, it'll split it down to half of that. Whatever the fuck that number is, 640 or 540 or whatever. Anyway, it splits the resolution in half essentially. So each eye gets half the resolution. You put it together, because it's a big screen, it looks great. Active matrix is full resolution 3D. So my active matrix glasses have little watch batteries in them, and they actually flicker really, 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 really quick. Makes some people sick. And you look at your phone sometimes, and you got kind of like a weird shit going on with your phone if you look at your phone with the glasses on. But it's called active matrix. They actually they flicker, they whatever, but it's full resolution picture. So the full 1080p is what you're seeing in each eye, and it's a lot crisper, clearer picture. That being said, there's disadvantages to passive or active matrix. First of all, you need batteries for them. Second of all, they do make some people sick. And third of all, it tends to darken the picture a bit because it's actually like wearing sunglasses almost. But of course, I've got the TV set to my 3D mode, which is actually the movie setting, where I just have everything ramped up as far as contrast and vivid and all that. So it's actually, it equals out so that even though I'm watching and it's darker, it doesn't look darker because I got the colors ramped up. So, I mean, there's good things for active matrix and passive matrix. Passive matrix, you don't need batteries for. You can just use the glasses you get from the theater, so you can throw them in your pocket before you leave and steal them. My active matrix glasses are about $120 a piece, and I've got 5 pairs of them. So everybody in the family could watch a movie if we wanted to. So there are pros and cons to each. But I would never trade my plasma 3D TV for anything. I'm hoping to get a bigger TV. I want to get maybe an 80-inch. I don't know. That'd be nice. 80-inch in 3D, but I don't think any of the companies make 3D anymore, which sucks. But that being said, once my last kid moves out of the house and I kind of get the basement back, then I'm going to actually get a projector, and projectors do 3D, so it'll be on the wall. It'll be huge. I don't have to worry about the size or the 3Ds. So Area 51, I'll skip cruises, not really into crashing into rocks or getting the shits all week. Redneck Trekker, I always wanted The Matrix in 3D. Another cool 3D movie would be Sky Captain and the World Tomorrow. Was always mad they didn't finish putting Star Wars on 3D also. Yeah, the problem with some of the, well, not a problem, but some of those movies were converted to 3D if they're available. I don't even know if Sky Captain and the World Tomorrow is available in 3D. If it is, that's got to be on the list. I need to get that movie because Sky Captain and the World Tomorrow is definitely a guilty pleasure of mine. I love the style of it. I love the retroness, the steampunkiness of it. It's just something that appeals to me. But yeah, and converting to 3D is not as good as being natively made in 3D. Depends on the movie though, because I've Mojo, he recently got the second Thor movie. I forget what it's called, but the second Thor movie, it was converted to 3D. But he says the 3D conversion is fantastic. Like the depth of field in it is so good. So every now and then it works out, I guess. But and The Matrix in 3D, that would be the perfect movie to make in 3D. I don't think it was natively made in 3D, but it was probably converted. Power 543, I did look forward to my Wrath of Khan in Vegas this year, if Vegas was like in September. Ha ha ha. Well, it's air conditioned in the hotel, so. Sci-Fi Nation, I did not. You did so. I was making comments, like I said. He said, well, let Stuart guess what my favorite Trekyards moment was, and I just kiddingly said, "You're meeting me," and then like somebody commented, and then I put another comment with the real answer. You never read it, and Samuel eventually saw it himself and said that I got it right. But there are other things I said that you didn't read, and I'm like waiting, and so. Redneck Checker, I was kidding about Anti-Checker. I've seen him before, but just an FYI, I just started chatting on YouTube 4 weeks ago, and I chose your channel to start. You and the Commander really do a good job. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, you've been quite prevalent in the chats, so it's great seeing you. 51 people here, 48 likes. Guys, hit like. Don't forget to super chat if you can. We only got one super chat so far today, which, you know, it is what it is. I don't expect you guys to super chat, but it really helps us out. So if you can, please do. Let's see, Redneck Checker again. I kept my Rogue One Stormtrooper 3D glasses as my go-to glasses. So you got passive matrix then. Yeah, I kept my was it Transformers? It's one of the Transformers movies where they're like Optimus Prime style 3D glasses. I kept those. But you bought them when you bought your ticket, so they're mine to keep. So I got those, but those are passive matrix. So they don't work with the active matrix TVs. Broken speaker. I have been on several cruises and I enjoyed them when I was with a huge group of friends. We wouldn't do an Adam Carolla cruise every year, and by the second year, everybody knew each other. Great times. Cool. Sci-Fi Nation. Not only did the captain like the same music I do, but he also the sky, Catman, the world of tomorrow. Brilliant. Well, I mean, great minds think alike, man. I was gonna make some kind of Juggalo reference tonight's live, and then I completely forgot about it when the live started. So, yeah, I was gonna do some kind of ICP thing and really screw up Samuel, but did I name the chat wrong? Is that what people are freaking about? Main bag. Anyway. Defiant Mr. Raven Productions. Redneck Trekker, just avoid the hate channels. At Redneck Trekker, just avoid the hate channels. Avoid them as if they had the plague. Stay with the positive channels like Trekyards. Anti-Trekker is not a hate channel. I mean, sometimes I tune in and I bug him about his negativity, but he'll find the good in things. He's not all hate. He's not fandom menace. So Ozzy Maderos, $5. Thank you very much, Ozzy. The Superior Commander did an awesome job today in Sci-Fi Nation Skeleton Hands. Yes, he did. Josh Street, how is Foley Joker tonight? And why isn't Sylvia Quinn doing the stream with you? Ooh, we should get Sylvia to do Harley Quinn. She does a really great Harley Quinn voice. Like, she does a really good job. And that's because she's tired and she has to work tomorrow, so she's in bed. So, main Blake banner. I'm not freaking about it. I just find it funnily similar to my username here. I didn't. Oh, I did. It does say main bag. Oh my God! It should say mailbag. Oh well. Defiant Mr. Raven Productions. Except Anti-Trekker, he's the exception. He's a lovable guy. Well, there you go. Josh Street, we get Anti-Trekker to rant all the time. Power 543. Also, we're not a positive channel. We're a fair one. It's very important. It's more important. Yeah, Samuel's absolutely right. We're not just a hater channel, and we're not just a shill channel. We are very fair and balanced with our opinions. So, main Blake banner, my stream now. I'll have to change it once it's uploaded. God damn it. That's what you get for doing it from your phone. Main bag. It's mailbag. It's mailbag because there was mail. I showed you the mail. If you missed the mail, if you got here late, then that's your problem. You gotta need to go back and watch it because I got some cool stuff. But anyway. Let's see. Broken speaker. Anti-Trekker is objective, discussion, and sometimes criticism. He likes to deal with reality on reality's terms. I don't always agree with him, but I do enjoy listening to him. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm absolutely the same way. Devo77X, it's funny. Star Wars prequels were once considered the worst Star Wars, even when the sequels came out, but I love them all. Cade MacArthur, Trekyards, should Tarak, female Romulan, and Sebek, male Romulan, visit the Kazon sect in the Delta Quadrant? No, because they would suffer a horrendous fate when they went to the barbers. They would come out with the weirdest goddamn hairstyles. Ben Rupert, have you ever seen Lore Reloaded? Any thoughts? I know Lore Reloaded. I don't watch his stuff so much anymore. He's a little bit too cynical, a little bit too not my taste. However, I do talk to him on a regular basis. I wouldn't call him a good friend. He's a fellow YouTuber, and we do talk quite a bit. Just, about how our lives are going and whether we need anything or whatever. He's been there to help us out a few times and vice versa. So yeah, I definitely know Lore Reloaded. I just don't watch a lot of his content anymore because I just can't, unfortunately. Redneck Trekker. Oh, I know the crap channels when I see them. Everyone on here is braver than me to make content. And Trekyards is great, not just shilling. Not just shilling implies that we shill. And we're not shills. So, Discovery is returning October 15th, apparently. Legit? Yes, 100% legit. So after Lower Decks is done, we'll be getting Discovery. So we're going to be busy here at Trekyards. Oh, I got to adjust myself. My butt was getting sore. Let's see. Josh Street, Captain Foley, you're not much of a shill channel. I never get a CBS ad on the channel, unlike Anti-Trekker and Bird of Praise channels where I get CBS ads all the time. Are you serious? Or CBS AIDS? You talking about AIDS or ads? Because you spelled AIDS. So I'm just saying. Sci-Fi Nation, I'm just a small channel, but I pull no BS. We're all nerds and all have our own take on stuff. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cade MacArthur, Trekyards. I told Anti-Trekker about Sebak and Tarak too. You should bring them up next time when you talk to him. Yeah, I was on the stream when you were asking him the same kind of questions. So, Tinfoil Ninja, $5. Have you seen Final Space, and does that inspire excitement to Lower Decks at all? I haven't seen Final Space, so no. Ben Rupert, keep it family friendly, Cap, as you readjust. Well, I'm wearing clothes. I got like real shorts on, cargo shorts. I got dad shorts on. But yeah, a little bit uncomfortable where I was sitting. So 7069 Smith W. Come on, Cap, you farted, cop to it. If I did, I definitely would fart. I would fart. I would cop to it if I did, but I absolutely didn't that time. But yeah, I don't have a problem admitting that. Not at all. Not at all. Fleet Paw swift back. Hey Cap, I didn't realize you were live. YouTube is being a douche and not notifying like it's supposed to. Well, go figure. What a shock. I'm amazed. Woo. I never would have guessed. Yeah. Just trying to decide. Sorry, just kind of switched gears there because I looked over at my bookcase there. Trying to decide if I should do the reviews of those Eaglemoss books soon. And what format I should do them in. Because I have the Star Trek Online ships, and those are going to probably be a different visual format, maybe. I'm not sure yet. I like the name Main Bag. I don't. Defiant Mr. Raven Productions. I may watch Fall Guy tonight. Need to get it on Blu-ray. Some 1980s jokes would be great in Lower Decks. Also fart jokes. No fart jokes. No fart jokes. But yeah, Fall Guy for the win. A lot of episodes. I don't know if they're all on YouTube, but a lot of them are. So, Redneck Trekker, I'm not shilling to you. Maybe that came out wrong. Guess I should have said that I'm just trying to get brownie points. I'm not just trying to get brownie points with you and the commander. I just sincerely mean your channel is great. Sorry. No problem. Sci-Fi Nation. Shit. I guess I should have posted the Cap was live. My bad. Been a long night. Why should you have posted that I was live? That's not your job. Josh Street, Captain Foley, gotta love autocorrect on phones. No, you don't. I'm a huge stickler for spelling, but the problem is I'm also dyslexic. So I think I spelled something right, I might even read it 2 or 3 times before I even notice that it's not right. But yeah, the autocorrect does fuck with you sometimes. But then there's people that don't even use autocorrect. Don't get me started on that, because they're just awful as far as trying to read their. And again, with dyslexia, trying to read somebody that doesn't have autocorrect on is sometimes very difficult. And anyway, just a thing that bothers me. So, Kevin Brooking, hey Cap, you still got my memory stick? Yes, I do. It's down on my desk. Need to arrange a time for you to come and pick it up, or I can throw it in the mailbox, or I can drop it off at somewhere where you are. By all means, let me know. I shot you an email a little while ago about it. But yeah, I can leave it in my mailbox and give you my address or whatever. But yes, I still have it. Don't worry. It's down on my desk. There's like 3 memory sticks lined up. Yours is on the left-hand side. Don't worry. I know exactly where it is. So absolutely, Kevin. Good to see you, sir, as well. Tinfoil Ninja, if you get the chance, I highly recommend watching Final Space. It made me feel good about Lower Decks for both animation and writing. Yeah, it's been suggested that I watch it. So, Kevin, okay, I will message you via email. Please do, and we'll arrange something. Sorry it's been held hostage so long. Devin Larson, hey Cap, I made it. I'm not scoring you for attendance, but okay. Redneck Trekker, where in the world, Fleet Paw, if you don't mind me asking? Sci-Fi Nation, what are you doing this, Fleet Paw, what are you doing this Friday at 5 Eastern Standard Time? Probably nothing, because he usually does our lives. He usually moderates our lives, so he'll probably be free on Friday for your live. Reed Peterson, who did the Space Station series better, DS9 or Babylon 5? Ooh. Honestly, probably Babylon 5, but because it's in the world of Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. That's why Deep Space Nine I consider to be my favorite Star Trek series, because it's the character development. It's just so good and so rich in that series. But Babylon 5 is good. There's the whole debate whether DS9 ripped off Babylon 5, and maybe they did, but anywho. Mr. Raven Productions, we need another space station based sci-fi show. I mean, sure, couldn't hurt. Let's see, we've been going for 53 minutes. Okay, I'll call this one quits in a few minutes. I'll do an hour tonight. Like I said, just where I'm sitting is not super comfortable. But anyway, I want to thank Sebastian and Cuban Writer and, of course, Eaglemoss for sending me all this cool stuff. So you guys are awesome. And by all means, if you guys want to send me anything, or Samuel as well. I mean, he needs to get stuff too. You can message us privately or send an email to trekyards@hotmail.com if you want to get our address to send us something. We would really like to open it or show it on air. I do a lot of unboxings when I get stuff on air, but a lot of times I'll just do something like this as a kind of aftermath, because a lot of times I don't want to wait to unbox it on the air. So, but yeah, shoot us a message, direct message on Facebook, or email us at trekyards@hotmail.com, and we will let you know if you can send us something. So that'd be cool. Looks like Fleetpaw Swiftback will be busy. Sci-Fi Nation, no worries, Fleetpaw. It's my watch party for Temporal Anomaly with Samuel that night. Better be careful, you might get a copyright strike. I heard that guy that made Temporal Anomaly is a bit of a dick. Just saying. Devo77X, the early 2000s were full of space-themed TV shows. Star Trek Enterprise, Farscape, Andromeda, Star Hunter, Firefly. Any favorites? Well, I haven't seen Farscape. I've seen most of Andromeda. Haven't seen Star Hunter, and I haven't seen all of Firefly. And of course, out of those, my favorites would be Star Trek Enterprise, or probably Firefly. Firefly is pretty fun, but I haven't seen them all. So a lot of Love the Expanse going on. That being said, I just started watching The Boys the other night, so I'll probably watch an episode of The Boys when I'm done here. Dark Lord 016. Have you seen Gene Roddenberry's Genesis 2 and Planet Earth? Could you do a review? I haven't seen either one, so a review would be kind of pointless. Might consider it if I check them out, but... Sci-Fi Nation. Nope, Samuel gave me amnesty cap. I know, but I still hear he's a dick. He might change his mind, halfway through, go, this isn't going well. I'm gonna copyright strike this bastard. So... Or you gotta watch out for that other half of Team Trekyards. He might pull some shenanigans. I don't know. Redneck Checker. Okay, did you ever get a chance to check out some of that VR 360 Star Trek content on PS4? I haven't checked those out on PS4 yet. No, I looked them up on my phone, and of course it's all like wide and weird. But yeah, I do need to check those out with the actual VR headset. So I will check those out. That might actually be a good live to do, where I just check that kind of stuff out on there. But yeah. Fleet Paw Swiftback, $2. Sam, Richard, nah, love you, Cap. Broken Speaker, The Boys is great. Devo77X, I should say ship-based sci-fi. And The Boys is great. The Boys is great. It will be interesting to see where they go. Broken Speaker, Samuel is actually a very nice young man in person. Not a raging asshole. He is on here. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I've met this guy in person. He stayed over at my house. I've stayed over at his place. We've done road trips together. We've flown places together. And if there's one thing I can tell you about Samuel, it's that he's British. And might get on my nerves once or twice. But overall, he's a fantastic guy. And he's fun to hang around with. As long as he's not tired or sick or hungry, or you have to drive anywhere with him that's more than an hour and a half. I'm just messing with you, Samuel. If you're here, I love you, man. You know I do. Samuel is that UK guy. Yeah, that's what that was said. Samuel from the UK. I used to say that all the time when I talked about him because I thought it was cool that, my channel had such reach. Reed Pearson, how do holodecks work on TNG and Star Trek TNG? I understand the rooms are not that big. Could it actually hit a real golf ball 200 plus yards on a holodeck? All right, we have a whole episode about holodecks that has not been released yet. It's been filmed. I need to do the clips and the video or the pictures for it. But in a holodeck, you could technically do that. Hit a ball, because what you'd have is a ball in front of you that's either a holographic representation of a ball that's physical with a force field, or a replicated ball. Okay, when you hit it, even though the wall's maybe 10 feet in front of you, replicated or holographic, it doesn't matter. Once it hits that wall, it dematerializes the ball, does the projection of it going into the distance and landing. And as you walk towards it to the hole, the room moves, it creates the trees, the scenery, whatever. Get up to the ball, it recreates it again. So yes, it's a physical ball, and you technically hit it that far, even though it's just in the holodeck. So holodecks are fun technology to talk about, and I love it. But you really gotta release that episode so we can just link to that when somebody asks a holodeck question, because that happens all the time. And Mark Lawrence is absolutely right. Just no black pepper. Fleet Paw Swiftback, $2. How many times did he have to stop and pee? LOL. Not that many. He thinks that driving in a car for 4 or 5 hours or if when we drove down to Ticonderoga from my place, it's like a 7.5 hour drive. It's a long drive, but I love driving, and it's actually not that bad. In England, not really anything is 7 hours away driving wise, right? So he just thinks it's a waste of his time to be in a car that long when he could be doing better things. It gets a little frustrating at times because it's like, yeah, but it is what it is. It's an hour drive to my parents' place from here. You know, Canada's a big country compared to the UK, so everything's kind of like an hour, hour and a half, depending on where you're going, right? And it blows his mind because like a long trip for him in a car in the UK is like an hour and a half, and it's like it's not quite the same here. So I don't mind driving for a 7 hour. Like I drive down to Louisville, Kentucky to Wonderfest every year. That's a 7.5 hour drive. Also to Ticonderoga is about a 7.5 hour drive. It's not a big deal. You'll leave in the morning at like 7 o'clock. You get there around three in the afternoon kind of thing. It's not even a whole day. It's like it's fine, especially if you love driving. So I understand that, you know, I think some people get motion sick and things like that. So driving in a car is not fun. And I get that, especially when you're not driving. If you're a passenger, it can be pretty shitty. So I understand all that. But anyway. Area 51. So in a holodeck, are you actually walking in place? You can be. The holodeck can either hold you in place with a force field, but then you'd feel a resistance. So what it does is when you're walking towards the wall, it moves the image slightly. So you actually start walking a little bit of a circle. And it just keeps you moving around the holodeck in the space to get you where you need to go. But it also uses like treadmill technology as far as the floor goes, because it's holographic floor. So you're walking, but you're not really moving very fast. You can even walk in place, or you can use it uses tractor beam technology to kind of steer you in certain directions. But there's a lot going on in a holodeck. It's a very complicated piece of machinery. So. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call that quits. It's been an hour. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Sorry about the name of this, main bag. It's not supposed to be main bag. It's supposed to be mail bag. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you missed what I got from the cool people, one from Germany, which is Sebastian, of course, Eaglemoss, and then a Cuban writer who surprised me with a calendar. Go check out the beginning of the stream. And anyway, guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves a good one. And there will be no live tomorrow, no episode review from Samuel and myself, because we're going to be busy filming in the afternoon. But we will be here Wednesday and Thursday with episode reviews. And then Friday, Samuel will, of course, be over on Sci-Fi Nation's channel with his Temporal Anomaly watch party. So check that out. And I'll probably do a live. I might do a live tomorrow night and one on Friday as well, to fill in the gap here on the Trekyards channel. If you guys want to hang out with me, I'd really appreciate it. So keep that in mind as well. But anyways, until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley. Have yourselves a great week, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.